Hello there, fellow collectors. Welcome back to the channel. It is Sneaker here with a video for you guys. Top 10 figures of 2023. Everybody's been doing this video, I know, but I had to get mine in. It's been a great year. I appreciate all of you for supporting the channel. Really excited to bring you more content in 2024. If you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and ring that bell to be alerted to future content coming from me, especially in 2024. I've got a bunch of stuff lined up. With that being said, thank you all again so much for a great year. I will see you all in 2024. Enjoy the video. So starting out here, I just briefly wanted to talk about the Batman, which obviously is an insane, incredible figure that I wish I would have been able to secure in 2023, but it looks like he's not going to be delivered until 2024. Therefore, because I don't have him in hand, I didn't put him on this list, but he definitely would have made the list if I did. I just wanted to focus on the ones that I actually already have in my collection, but I couldn't do this video without talking about this one. Cannot wait to get this one, obviously in hand. An incredible looking figure. I have the Bat Cycle, the Bat Signal, all in. But like I said, just couldn't do this video without giving credit to the Batman. With that being said, let's take a look at my top 10. Starting it off at number 10 is C3PO from Attack of the Clones. So this is actually the first die-cast figure in my collection. I was definitely surprised unboxing this and feeling the weight to it and the durability of the figure. I have mirror posed with R2-D2, of course, because why would you not? The character doesn't have too much posability in the legs, but the arms you can do a few different things with. They are pretty decent. I wasn't even going to really initially pick up this figure right away. I was going to get him down the line, but I ended up getting a really good deal on him, so couldn't pass it up. The weathering and the paint application on this are incredible. The recycled scrap metal has this beautiful paint application. The coloring is perfect. It's really a great representation of the character. Definitely one that I'm glad to add to the collection, but I'll be even more excited to add what I think is the definitive C3PO with the golden shiny armor that doesn't have the weathering later in 2024. Coming in at number 9, we have Crosshair from the Bad Batch. So this figure was the one that really actually pushed me into collecting all of the Bad Batch figures. I actually passed on the first two. I wasn't sure if I was going to get them, at least not right away. And then he came out and he was one that I just had to have. I feel like this is a perfect representation of this character as a figure. I really love what they've done with this whole line for the Bad Batch of really transitioning them from their animated look into this realistic look. I feel like for this set of figures, especially Crosshair, that they've really done that perfectly. And also a pleasant surprise for this figure is they have a genuine leather belt with the strap also being leather for the pistol holster. And then that shoulder strap that he has on his right shoulder is also genuine leather. Really nice additions. Wish they'd do that for more figures. Overall, this figure's awesome. I cannot wait to get the full Bad Batch together come 2024. Coming in at number 8 on the top 10 list is Peter Parker Advanced Suit 2.0 from Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation 5. Another figure that really I didn't even try to pre-order, but then Venom was announced, I played the game, and then basically video games, figures, both two soft spots for me. And also my son loves Spider-Man. So all these things pulled me into this figure, and just one that I'm really happy to have in the collection. An awesome figure when you attach these legs. It comes with a ton of accessories. Looks great, obviously, next to Miles as well from the game, which is another figure that I have. Really cannot wait for Venom to come out because those three are going to look incredible together. Like I mentioned in my review of this figure, this is only my second Spider-Man figure that I have, with Miles from the game being my first. And I can absolutely see why people are drawn to these figures and why people have multiple Spider-Man figures in their collection. Overall, the suit design is awesome. The colors really pop on this. Adding the legs just adds such a presence for this figure in my collection. Like I said, I cannot wait till Venom is released, which is likely going to be a potential figure of the year candidate for 2024. Also have that black suit Spidey coming in from the game. I'm excited to see what else they potentially announce from the game as well, and whether or not I might pick some of those up in the future. Coming in at number 7 is Iron Man Mark 7, the D100 version. This was one initially early on when it was announced, I really didn't have an interest in it. But then as I started expanding my collection, I just kept getting drawn back to this figure. There is just something about this color combination with this like cherry red and this silver. This thing really just pops in person. The video really doesn't do it justice, and I just absolutely love how this thing looks when it's displayed. I know there's a lot of people out there probably who don't really care too much about this figure because it's not movie accurate, but for me, I think it looks awesome with this color combination, like I said, with red being my favorite color, and I think it's cool that it's this commemorative 100th anniversary figure. That's a limited figure in my collection. Definitely for me personally, a worthy figure to be on this list for top 10 of 2023. Coming in at number 6 here on the list is Moon Knight. I feel like I keep saying this, but this again is another figure that I wasn't going to add right away into the collection. Got him sooner than I planned on, but I got him at such an amazing price that I couldn't pass it up. And I am so happy that I decided to pick this one up earlier because this figure is sick. I know a lot of people didn't like this show. I personally enjoyed it. And this character design, the outfit is so awesome. And this just has so many details. It matches up with the show perfectly. And this cape is incredible. This is the best cape I think that I have on a figure in my collection, and really should be the standard moving forward for Hot Toys. You can literally pose this thing however you want. Overall, just really happy that I got this at a really good deal and picked it up sooner than I thought I was going to. Really happy to have it in the collection. Coming in at number 5 is Fennec Shand, a figure that I think surprised a lot of people, myself included. The head sculpt is on point. It looks just like the actress. This figure is loaded with accessories. Comes with the spatchka, the rifle, a pistol. It comes with her knife. And then you have the ability to display this either with the helmet or with the head sculpt. I feel like a lot of times as collectors, we usually go with one or the other and say, I don't really like the head sculpt that much, so I'm going to use the helmet, or vice versa. For this one, it's really hard to pick between what look you want to go for because they both represent the character so well and they both look great. This figure also has double jointed elbows, which is really nice, something that they pass on, unfortunately, for a lot of female characters, especially in Star Wars. So that is really nice. Really, I think this might be the perfect figure. I have no issues with it whatsoever. If you're on the fence about this one, I think you'll be really happy picking it up. Coming in at number 4 on the list is Wonder Woman, the Warner Brothers 100 version. This is obviously Hot Toys' first attempt at doing this new rooted technology for the hair, and I think they did a great job. I think this, to me, is the definitive Wonder Woman to have in the collection. It honestly put me at ease for the artisan figures that are coming up with the rooted hair because I think they did a really nice job with the hair. It would have been nice to get rolling eyeballs for this figure, but it's not a deal breaker for me. The figure still looks awesome, and I feel like they really just nailed this head sculpt. So like I said, this figure's phenomenal. Just outside of my top 3. It was so hard to decide, but obviously a worthy figure to be on this top 10 list. Like I said, my definitive Wonder Woman figure. I don't think there's another one that I would want outside of this one. Starting out the top 3 with Cad Bane. This is a badass figure right here. Perfect representation of the character from the show. You get a boatload of stuff with this figure. You get the 3 interchangeable magnetic face plates, which is awesome. You can do all these different expressions. You get the really awesome tailoring of the outfit. It is really well done. And then obviously something they did not have to do was include Toto 360 for the animated fans. And I just think that that was such a great welcome addition for this figure. I remember right when I unboxed this figure, I took the extra toothpick from Crosshair and gave it to Cad Bane. I absolutely love this look. I don't know if I'll ever change this pose. I just think it looks great. He's like this Western space alien outlaw dude. I think it's just so awesome. Definitely worthy of the top 3 for me, and one that I don't think I will ever get rid of in the collection. He is just a really well done figure. And at number 2, we have Luke Skywalker from The Mandalorian. This figure obviously representing a moment in Star Wars that was one of the best of all time in Star Wars, in my opinion. And he is one of my favorite figures in the collection. The Return of the Jedi Luke representation is my favorite look from Star Wars, and obviously this has a lot of similarities. The tailoring on the outfit looks awesome. I love the hood. It was really hard to decide whether or not I wanted to display it with the hood up or down because the head sculpt also is really nice. Overall, I just couldn't imagine not having this figure. This is one that I absolutely need to have in the collection, and I will remember this moment forever. I will never forget. So definitely worthy of one of the top slots on this list for 2023. And finally, coming in at number 1 for my figure of the year in 2023 is Carnage. I got this as a gift on Christmas morning from my lovely wife. I'm so thankful that she supports my collecting and that she was able to get this for me for Christmas. I have been wanting this figure all year. People have literally been picking on me, all in good fun, regarding me picking up this figure, and I am just so thrilled to have it finally after waiting the entire year. I really can't think of another figure in my collection that has the presence of Carnage, and the details on this figure are absolutely insane. It literally looks like his real skin from the movie is the texture that was used to create this figure. It has like this slimy, glossy look to it. For my number 1, I wanted to look at this objectively. I know I said Luke Skywalker for me is obviously one of the most important characters to me, but from a figure standpoint, this one to me surpassed that by a little bit based on just the massive scale, the incredible detail, and this being something we really don't see Hot Toys do too often to this level. With that being said, Carnage takes the cake this year for 2023, my figure of the year. Thank you all so much for watching and for an incredible year. Let me know what your figure of the year was down in the comment section below. I would love to hear your thoughts on the video. Collect carefully, everyone. See you in 2024.